What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. It's your boy Lil Clay, and welcome to my first ever vacuum review on the channel, and welcome to another autism review. Today we're gonna be doing a review on the Dirt Devil Quick Light Cyclonic. I'm actually selling this particular vacuum on Mercari for I think either $10 or $15. You'll see when it's up if you follow me on Mercari. But anyway, you guys, I hope y'all are excited for the review. If you're new here, my name is Lil Clay, and I'm a high-functioning autistic. So this is when I first made this vacuum, if you ever wanted a vacuum to where if you lived in like a college dorm or maybe a small little house or a small apartment and you didn't want a real fancy one, but you wanted one that would at least mainly just pick up mainly the dirt that you see on the floor, something like that, maybe at least clean do like at least a decent job or whatever, and this was your vacuum. This was the vacuum for you. It's a good little vacuum. But yeah, it's a good little vacuum, fairly quiet. I do see a couple flaws that I'll be discussing throughout the video. When they first designed this vacuum, I don't think they were. This was actually when small vacuums like this were starting to become pretty popular. It does have a bit of a. It is a bit noisy. Kind of loud for a small vacuum. One other thing about this particular machine is it only is the hose on here. When they first made it, I think they turned it a hose like this. As you can see, it's very flimsy. You can easily make the vacuum fall. So this hose isn't as good as the hose that you would want if you wanted one with a stretch hose. They did at some point make a stretch hose for this machine and change the handle to where you wouldn't have this little thing right here. But that hose wasn't real good. It kinda would mess up, would only get you by a few inches. But then again, this is a small vacuum cleaner, not really meant for cleaning stairs or something like that. So I guess it was mainly for if you want to like not have to drag it around the furniture or like drag it around like every couch cushion, if that makes sense. Crevice came with one crevice and brush tool, which is not here on this machine. And years later they updated to where they would have the tools up here as well. So if you look here, this is how you would empty it. You would hit this button right here to empty the machine, and then if you wanted to access the filter, you would mash this small gray button right here, and then the filter type here is the F4 HEPA filter. I actually need to. I'm going to take that hair off and just put it on the floor. Hopefully it'll suck it up. But yeah, it also comes with its own filter indicator, something you don't really see in vacuums anymore. Another thing, and if you were to empty the machine, you would take it and hit this button right here, which I'm not going to hit because I can't really with one hand. Now I already have too much dirt on the floor already. This is a pretty, like I said, it's pretty quiet, but noisy at the same time. It's kind of neutral. I guess it depends on what kind of house you're in. A couple flaws I see is obviously the hose in this particular model, like I said before. And like I also said, they did change the hose there to make a small hose, to make a stretch hose to where it was. You could maybe get a few inches farther, but not too far with the vacuum. As you can see, it also only came with one tool, but like I said, also they changed the tool. They changed the tools to where they would be up here, and if you one other flaw I see with this vacuum cleaner is that it's very noisy. And also if you look down here, you see that it is a motor driven brush roll, which if most of you know that motor driven means the brush roll, you can shut the brush roll off but still have the vacuum on. But unfortunately it's not. I guess they thought motor driven meant it was driven by the belt, because the brush roll will not stop spinning if you're vacuuming on hardwood floors, but it does do a decent job. I haven't had any problems with it scattering dirt on the floor. And there are, but yeah, compared to other vacuums to where like the Bissell EasyVac or Power Force Compact, this actually is a pretty decent machine. Like there are other vacuums you could look at before they changed it up, like the Power Force Compact or the Bissell EasyVac, but it was still a pretty decent machine. There wasn't really any difference compared to those two. Both, it does have a power on and off button, as you can see right there. It's a pretty noisy machine. Oh, and I give this vacuum, I'll say a 5 because it is kind of decent. It does have, like I said, a few flaws, but it's still a pretty good vacuum. But anyway, we can't. Obviously, on the Bissell Easy Vac, the tools were like right next to it at the bottom, so they were all in one place. And obviously, you have this kind of bigger handle on the Bissell Easy Vac before they updated it and changed it to the Power Force Compact. But it's still a pretty good vacuum. It is kind of heavy, but not too heavy. You can carry this up and down the stairs with ease. But anyway, guys, I feel like that's enough talking on this video. I'm gonna go ahead and run it, show you guys how well it works. Hopefully, the cord doesn't mess up. As you can see, the cord is not really that long, but like I said, this is one mainly for small houses or small apartments or like college dorms, something like that. But anyway, let's go ahead and start the machine. Put the cord up here. Let's see. You'll see it does have a bit of a snow plowing issue. Hopefully I got it sucked up right now. Well, as you can see, it did a fairly decent job. There's still some particles on the floor, so like I said, this really isn't one to clean up like hard jobs. Like, this is mainly good for if you want one that does a pretty decent job, or you don't have a lot, you don't really tend to track dirt in the house that much. But yeah, this, like I said, this was an okay vacuum. I'll give it maybe a 3. I know I said I'd give it a 5. Actually, I'm gonna give it a 5 because it still cleaned out most of the dirt, and it also cleaned up that big glop of hair. But yeah, so I'm trying to. So yeah, it's pretty good. But like I said, there were better vacuums like the Power Force Compact or the Easy Vac, whatever. But yeah, these are pretty good vacuums. This one was made in China. It's not USA, but it's still a pretty good vacuum. I'd highly recommend it, and if you can come across one off of Mercari or eBay, something like that, or maybe if you see it at a thrift shop. Like I said, I am currently selling this vacuum on Mercari for about $10 if you guys want to buy it. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the review, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification button. Bye, guys.